thought of. Today's November 19th, 2025. In my mid to late 20s, on November 19th, I was down here by myself early in the morning on a day that was snottier than today, and birds were working on all the way out on the end of the jetty. So being the young Jim that I was, indestructible Jim that I was, I ventured out there. I got knocked off of the jetty by a massive set of waves, kind of like this one here. Just rolled right over, and outgoing tide just before sunup. Yeah, I was out in the inlet going that way real quick. Say your life passes before your eyes. Yeah, it did. It did. There was a moment of panic. More than a moment. So I had the same rig I have on now, like full foul weather gear, waders, and again I have the wader straps on the inside of my rain jacket just so that the rain doesn't go down my waders from the rain jacket. Same dealio that day. Well, I got in the inlet and immediately thought to pull my knees to my chest, which trapped air in the wader legs, so I was able to backstroke into the rocks. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll just wait for the tide to change, right? And I'll just hold on to this rock because it's the only thing I got that saved, that could possibly save me. And then the waves started washing over the jetty, like over, and then I was getting the face of that, and it was blasting me back out. I'd have to swim back in to grab another rock. My hands got all cut up from the barnacles, and so I figured, all right, well, I got to get up on the jetty. So you can imagine, in between these big stones, you can't squat down, you can't get down in it deep enough, so the waves were coming across the top, and now they're hitting me full on in the chest. I'd lean forward and brace myself for the next wave to come, and then just be blasted backwards, gargling salt water, trying to brace for the next wave, all the while trying to get my rain jacket off, and then my waders. And waders aren't heavier when you're swimming if they're full of water. Water weighs the same in water. So taking them off in between the rocks, there was a tremendous amount of suction involved, as you can imagine. It took a minute. Gargled a lot of salt water that day. It took a minute getting those waders off. And then I got the waders off. I'm in my stocking feet like 2/3 of the way out there. And these rocks are as slippery as whale snot, right? And there's waves cracking across the, yeah. I had nightmares about that, still do. I was just out there where that little rip is. Yeah, just out there where that little rip is, and one of those waves reminded me of that story. I flipped my kayak over and had to be rescued by the Coast Guard, or not the Coast Guard, the fire department. November 23rd, 2019. That was horrifying, but this still sticks with me. This experience, falling, there's nobody should be out on these rocks, to be clear. The prospect of falling in between these. I saw a guy yesterday walk by. I think I got video of it, actually. Him walking out there without he just had work boots on. Dangerous, really dangerous. One day I was down here and Buddy walked out here with bare feet. So there's a rock, like, I don't know, maybe a 1/6 of the way out, right where that rip is. It's sloped down like this, and it has water on top of it. It is freaking slippery, right? Even with corkers on, you slide. So Buddy walks out there, and I saw it happen. I knew he was going to eat shit, and he hit that. He stepped on the side of that rock and slid right down into the crevasse, and then couldn't get back out. I was going to go get him, but he figured it out at the last minute. Thankfully, I didn't have to venture out there. I would have just brought a handful of sand with me and thrown it on the rock. So this guy out on the jetty there, he's in work boots. He has no corkers on, no felt bottoms to his shoes. He's a photographer, he's got a hell of a camera. Not the smartest thing to do is walk on this jetty with it being as slippery as whale snot on a good day. And then there's the boat that I used to work on, the Miss Barnegat Light. That day I got knocked off of the jetty. I lost my corkers, my waders, my rain jacket, my glasses, my hat. I swam when I was telling you I was did the backstroke with my fishing rod in hand. It got snagged, and I took the time to pop the line. Wow, this sand is soft. Took the time to pop the line as to not lose my fishing rod. It's the same fishing rod that's out there on the rod rack too. I think I have that one with me. Oh, Penn Spin Fisher. All right, here we go. You can't tell how nasty it is out here. Come on, son, you can do it. Oh, barely. Down here currently. The rain let up in a minute. Wow. Scary place. On my bed inside my Jeep. That's all I smelled last night when I was sleeping was the this odor on my hands. Oh.